my loves, welcome to your reading. If you saw the title, then you already know why you're here. Today we're diving into a love reading. We're going to look into what's going on in your love life, what you need to know right now, and what energy is surrounding your connection. As always, remember this is a general reading, so not every single message will be for you. Use your intuition, take what resonates, and gently leave the rest behind. We're going to begin with the Animal Spirit deck to get a sense of where your person's energy is at when it comes to this connection. So, the first card that came out is the Eagle, which represents air energy, and alongside it we have the Panther, which carries fire energy. Right away, I'm getting the sense that your person may be wrestling with some deep internal struggles. With both of these animals being apex predators, there's a strong and dominant presence here. I do feel we're tapping into a more masculine energy in this reading. The Panther often speaks of purging, releasing old patterns, shadows, or something that no longer serves. The Eagle, on the other hand, can symbolize clarity and higher vision, but also a tendency to stay in control and hold back from transformation until absolutely necessary. It feels like this person knows there are things they need to face or let go of, but they may be resisting, choosing to remain in control for now rather than fully stepping into that purge and change. There's a push-pull dynamic here. The awareness of what needs to shift is present, but the willingness to surrender to that process might not have fully arrived yet. All right, loves, let's go ahead and see what's really going on in the mutual energy between the two of you. And oh yeah, we've got Scorpion showing up here, so immediately, I'm picking up that this connection still carries a lot of heat, a lot of chemistry, but also a good deal of tension. To be honest, it feels like your person is definitely still keeping an eye on you, watching from the shadows, but at the same time refusing to actually take action. Almost like they're holding back out of pride or stubbornness. For some of you, this person could be a little upset, maybe because you set some firm boundaries or gave them an ultimatum. It's like they know where you stand now, and that's not necessarily what they wanted. With the Scorpion energy, there's this sharp, stinging quality. It's passion mixed with defensiveness. I'm sensing that both of you may feel like you've been burned by this connection at one point or another, so now you're mirroring each other by keeping your guard up. So, why is the Scorpion here for them? We've got the Magician, Seven of Swords, and Justice. This is telling me that your person knows they owe you something. Deep down, they're aware that you were right about a situation, but on the surface, they still want to act like they're the one in control. It's a bit of a push-pull energy, wanting to appear strong and untouchable, while underneath they're craving reconciliation. It honestly feels like they're trying to hold their ground, almost playing a game to get you to be the one to make the first move. They'd prefer you drop your guard, rather than them having to admit anything. But here's the truth, justice doesn't let anyone slide. At the end of the day, this person does want to balance things out. They're just resisting how to go about it. Then we've got Two of Swords and Four of Wands coming through. This adds another layer. It could be about someone refusing to truly grow up and step into a committed connection. For others of you, this might have been someone already tied to another commitment, and when you cut them off, they got upset, but also realized what they were losing. Either way, this energy feels like a stalemate. Two people with strong feelings, but nobody wanting to be the first to break the silence. All right, collective, let's just take a look and see what your energy is towards this person right now. We've got the Dragonfly showing up for you, which is air energy, and then the Sea Serpent. So let's be real here, you do want this person, you're attracted to them, even in a sexual way. But with the Dragonfly, you're putting on this front like you don't. Dragonfly energy can talk about illusions, wearing a mask, acting detached when deep down it's not the case. Now, we also see you showing up in the Scorpion energy. That can definitely be desire, passion, even intensity, but it can just as easily flip into that defensive, stay away from me, I'm not interested stance. So it's like you're caught between wanting them and pretending not to. With the Sea Serpent, though, this connects to the sacral chakra, which is about attraction, intimacy, craving. So yeah, collective, the pull is there whether you admit it or not. So why is this Scorpion here for you? Well, we've got the Chariot, Six of Swords, Four of Swords coming out. To me, this feels like in the past there was a lot of inaction here. This person just refused to move, to compromise, or to release something from their life that was holding things up. You wanted forward movement, but it wasn't happening. Because of that, it looks like you pulled back, maybe even went no contact, to focus on your own healing. 6 of Swords and 4 of Swords with the Star, that's literally about retreating, recovering, trying to center yourself, even while hiding the fact that the attraction is still there. And honestly, part of this feels like you're making a point. You might have just gotten tired of them being so rigid, controlling, or always needing to be right. But let's not ignore the 3 of Wands paired with that star. You're still waiting, collective. You're looking out, wanting reconciliation, wanting them to come back around. Deep down, that's the truth. The thing is, you don't want to be the one to make the move. You're expecting them to do it. With the 6 of Wands and King of Swords, this person comes across as having a bit of an ego, maybe pride or control issues. You recognize it, but you're also like, okay, if you want me, prove it. Come forward. And right now, you're just not willing to be the first one. So yeah, this is going to be a pretty specific reading, collective. I'll make sure to flag that in the thumbnail so the right people know this one's for them. Okay, so let's talk about this Panther energy showing up for your person. We've got the Page of Pentacles here, and honestly, that's telling me this person has been refusing to give more. They've been refusing to really learn the lesson that Spirit's been putting in front of them. They're not coming through as a Knight of Pentacles, steady and reliable, and they're not stepping into Queen of Cups energy either, which would mean openly giving love and emotions. Instead, they're holding everything back. It feels like this person has barely given anything at all to you. And if they did in the past, it was crumbs. And that's exactly why you pulled back. You realized you can't sit around waiting for somebody who refuses to meet you halfway. Now, mutual attraction or not, it doesn't change the fact that they were only giving the bare minimum. And you knew your worth. With the 3 of Swords and the World here, it's pretty clear they know they've hurt you. And honestly, they've been hurt too in this whole situation. It's not one-sided. Both of you carry scars from this. The 5 of Cups comes in as well, showing regret, disappointment, that heavy sense of loss that lingers in the background. But here's the thing. Underneath it all, this person isn't cold. They're showing up as a King of Cups at the core. Now, in the 3D, they might present themselves more like a King of Swords or a King of Wands. Someone logical, detached, maybe even a bit prideful or action-driven. But beneath that exterior, they actually have a really big heart for you, and there are a lot of deep feelings they've refused to share. The reasons? That's where it gets tricky. It could be that they're still connected to someone else, or they've had something else in their life they never fully cleared out. There's definitely some kind of block or interference here, something standing in the way that kept them from stepping fully into this connection. Tell me about the Eagle for them. This is coming through as the Magician. They're trying so hard to act like they're not watching you, like they've moved on. But let's be real, they are. They're right here, still lingering in your energy, circling back around even if it's just in silence. They're hoping you'll be the one to break it first, that you'll send that message, open the door, or take the first step. I'm seeing the Page of Cups at the bottom with the 5 of Pentacles. This is someone trying to manifest you back in, hoping you'll come towards them. Because on their own, they're struggling with feelings of lack and being left out in the cold. They want that warmth again, that connection, but they're trying to make it happen without having to swallow their pride. We also have the King of Pentacles and the Empress here, and that says a lot. Because at the end of the day, they're not fooling anybody. They know exactly who you are, what you bring to the table, and they know you're not getting up off your throne to make the apology. You've waited long enough, and you're not chasing after someone who's kept you waiting or given you breadcrumbs in the past. This person, though, they've got a pride issue. Big time. They put themselves on a pedestal, yes, but here's the twist. They've put you on an even higher one. And that's something they don't want you to realize. Because if you knew how highly they actually think of you, you'd immediately look back at their past actions and see how half-hearted they've been. That Page of Pentacles energy we saw earlier? Yeah, that bare minimum effort, completely mismatched with how they actually view you. At the core of it all, what this person really wants is reconciliation. Right behind the Empress, we've got the 3 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups, working together again, rebuilding, and celebrating that reconnection. That's their real desire, no matter how they act in the 3D. They can pretend all they want, but this person definitely has not let go of you. Why the dragonfly? For you. Well, we've got the Fool, the 7 of Cups, and the 2 of Pentacles. Collective. You feel like this person once made you look foolish, maybe even like you were just another option on their list, and you're not about to let that happen again. They weren't giving you more than that one tiny pentacle? Crumbs, really. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Sun and the Four of Pentacles, and this is clear. You're choosing to hold back your energy until this person steps forward and actually says something real, until they make it known they're serious. You're not giving them anything. The message here is sharp and direct. You're not chasing, you're not entertaining half effort. Now, let's move into the Sea Serpent energy for you. We see the Nine of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. Listen, you already know your worth. You're the Empress energy, you're the solid offer, the one who deserves stability and devotion. And truthfully, you do want this person. It hasn't been easy holding back, and it weighs heavy on you. The waiting, the silence, the back and forth of will they, won't they? That's exhausting. Especially with the Five of Wands paired with that Seven of Pentacles, it shows you the timing here has been messy, full of conflict and misalignment. And yet, you refuse to be made into just an option. That Queen of Wands energy comes through strong. You've got desire, passion, attraction toward them, but also the fire to protect your boundaries. It's not easy resisting. But you've decided you won't allow this person to play games with your energy anymore. The Six of Wands with the King of Swords closes this out. You're standing in victory and clarity, choosing your self-respect above all else. If this person wants you, truly wants you, they're going to have to come forward and come correct. That's the message for you, collective. All right, let's dive into the tarot deeper and see what else is unfolding here. All right, let's just see. Are they actually going to bend here? What's really about to happen with them? What are they planning when it comes to you, collective? We've got the King of Pentacles. There he is showing up again. And the Queen of Wands, that's you. Then the Ace of Swords. So yeah, that conversation is sitting right there. Clarifying that Queen of Wands, we get the Empress. See, this person knows exactly who you are, and they know you already see the truth. That's the thing. They can't hide behind excuses anymore. You already know, so now it's on them to come forward and admit it out loud. It does them absolutely no good to sit in that Panther energy, sulking, refusing to shift, refusing to grow. Now let's look deeper into that King of Pentacles. Four of Swords. This tells me they have been quietly doing some kind of healing work, but very reluctantly. Like, not because they wanted to, but because they had no choice. And yet, even with that, they're still over here hoping you'll be the one to break the silence. Collective, this person's strategy right now is to wait you out, to see if you'll make the first move. But here's the thing. They already know deep down the Ace of Swords has to come from them. The breakthrough, the truth, the clarity, it's in their hands. And until they bring it forward, you're not chasing. You're standing solid as the Queen of Wands, Empress. Knowing your worth, tell me about this Ace of Swords. Yeah, it's the Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups, and the Sun at the bottom. This person knows exactly what they need to do. They have to tell you that you're not just an option. If they ever made you feel like one, that's the first thing they need to clear up. They need to make up their mind, stop playing games, and acknowledge who you really are to them. Because let's be honest, collective, they already know. They already know what you mean to them. This whole back and forth thing, this hot and cold energy, it's not sustainable. And maybe there's even a part of you both that gets caught up in that push-pull dynamic. But at the end of the day, the truth is right here. Death and the Ace of Cups were sitting behind that. This is transformation for love's sake. This is a clean slate, a rebirth, and it has to be different this time. They know they love you. We've seen it before. This person has a soft spot for you, but at the same time, you trigger them. You call them out. You see through their masks, and a lot of them don't like how exposed that makes them feel. So here's the thing. They know they can't keep treating you like an option. And whatever needs to end, whatever needs to be purged, they're staring right at it. With death followed by the Ace of Cups, it's almost like Spirit is pushing them to finally let go of something old in order to make space for the love they truly want with you. Even if they don't want to admit it, even if they hate the idea of being forced into change, deep down they've always known they needed to. And here's the kicker. You walking away, you pulling your energy back, that was the pressure point. That's what forced their hand. To them, it feels like, well, I'll do it when I'm ready. You don't get to dictate my timing. But at the same time, what did they expect? That you'd just keep waiting around? That you'd keep letting them juggle? No, that's where the shift happens. Now we're seeing the King of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. This person is longing for you. They're sitting in separation, thinking about their next move. And it really is two paths here. One road keeps them stuck in their old ways, comfortable but empty, while the other leads them straight toward the Empress. So the real question is, are they ready to choose the Empress? Are they ready to choose you wholeheartedly without hesitation? Because that's where this reading is going next. Let's take a look at the Queen of Wands. Why is she here? Goodness. Yeah, it's the Devil. This person is not letting you go. Collective. Doesn't matter what it looks like on the surface in the 3D, this energy is loud. They're fixated on you. We've got heavy earth energy showing up in this reading, especially Capricorn, but I'm also picking up Taurus and Libra. See? You've pulled back. You've detached. And now they're sitting there wondering what the hell you're up to. They're like, is the collective going to reach out? What are they doing? Who are they with? Are they moving on? If this person has even the slightest way of keeping tabs on you, trust me, they are. Heck, if you two live close, it's like they're peeking through the blinds just trying to catch a glimpse. They know you're magnetic. They know you're attractive. And they also know that you could easily find someone who doesn't hesitate. Someone who would drop everything just to give you the consistency and devotion they couldn't. That's what's haunting them. Because the Empress doesn't play games. She doesn't chase, she doesn't settle. She attracts, and right now, you've drawn the line. You've set boundaries, and because of that, they're locked in. Fixated, obsessing, wanting back in. They're being pushed to come forward with that Ace of Swords, to finally speak the truth, cut through the games, and give clarity. Because at this point, nothing less will work with you. Why is it here, the Nine of Wands? Because this person has been holding back the truth from you for a long time. They know it, they feel it, and yet they've been refusing to say it. But now, it's wearing them down. This longing for you, this pull, it's heavy. It's like their energy is crying out. Please, collective, come back, come back. Come back to me. And look, if there's this standoff energy between you two, no communication, no movement, you're actually wearing them down by holding your ground. Keep doing it. Don't cave into them first. They know they need to step forward. They know they have to be the one to break this silence. The Nine of Wands says they're exhausted, but still resisting. Oh, look at that. The Three of Swords came flying out. This person is literally breaking their own heart by staying stuck in pride and ego. They've known the truth this whole time, but their ego has been louder than their heart. Yet, the longer they resist, the stronger both things get. The fixation on you and the heartbreak from holding back. So the question now becomes, what are they going to do? Are they going to let the pain consume them, or are they finally going to give in and come forward? Why is the Empress here? Oh, the King of Cups, of course he is. Of course he shows up, because deep down, this person is in love with you. Big softy energy coming through here, even if they've tried to play it cool or keep those feelings under wraps. Whether they've openly admitted it or not, you've stirred something in them, collective. You've shifted them, changed them, triggered parts of themselves they weren't ready to face. And the crazy part? They don't like being vulnerable like this, but at the same time, they almost crave it. They almost love it. It's that strange push-pull energy they can't seem to shake. Heavy water energy here too. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Vibes all over this spread. Why is the Four of Swords here? Well, it's the Five of Wands. Look, this person is in total conflict about having to make the move. I've already told you, they don't want to be the one to step forward, but at the same time, they can't stay away. They're in love with you. They're fixated, and there's a real sexual obsession coming through here. It's almost like the longer they sit in this silence, the more it eats at them. They know they need to take action, but they'd much rather you break the ice first, collective. They'd love for you to be the one to reach out, but Spirit's making it clear. That's not how this story is meant to play out. Why the Five of Wands? Let's talk about it. This is showing us that your person knows the longer they sit back and stall, the more competition starts stacking up around you. They can feel it, almost like time is slipping away and they're missing their shot. Some of you already have options circling, or at the very least, the energy of people being interested in you is building, and they're not blind to that. Now, with the Five of Wands clarified by the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups at the bottom, plus the Ten of Pentacles right there, this really is crunch time for them. They've got a choice. They can sit in their pride, annoyed that they have to change, annoyed that they have to put their ego aside and finally come forward with honesty, or they risk losing you altogether. And here's the kicker. They already sense that if they don't step up, someone else will. Someone who will hand you the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles without hesitation, without you having to beg for scraps of love or effort. Deep down, this person has always known your worth, collective. They may have tried to downplay it, dismiss it, or even act like they had the upper hand, but the truth is they've recognized it all along. And that's why this pressure is hitting them so hard right now. Because they know, plain and simple, you're the one they love. For some of you, this is absolutely pointing to a major turning point, a shift where this person realizes they can't play games anymore. They either come clean and give to you properly, or they watch someone else do it instead. Tell me about this King of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Three of Cups, Nine of Cups. Yeah, see, this separation has done a number on them. They've been longing for you, obsessing over you, and the realization has fully hit that you're not some option. You're the one. They know it now. They want this union. They want that stability with you, but here's the problem. What it's going to take is real emotional communication. And that's where this person struggles. Because Three of Cups with Nine of Cups, that's all about expressing how they feel. And this person, as much as they have deep emotions, does not do emotions. Even though we clearly see with that Devil and King of Cups combo over here, they want you, they love you, they practically worship you. The issue is putting those feelings into actual words. That's the blockage, that's the wedge that's been sitting between you two. And honestly, it's kind of tragic, because all they ever had to do was just tell you the truth. Like, literally, write it on a piece of paper if speaking it is that hard. But instead, they let silence and pride create this distance. So now the question is, what are they going to do next? What's their next move towards you, collective? Are they finally going to come in with that conversation? Are they actually going to break the silence and speak? Because that's what it all comes down to. Six of Swords, Judgment, and the Fool. Yeah, this person's on their way in. They're preparing to make a move to push things forward with you, even if it's reluctantly. It's almost like they feel forced by the universe at this point. They know they can't sit in silence anymore. For a lot of them, when they do come in, it won't necessarily be this big, grand speech right away. Instead, they may come in trying to show you in their own little way that they're sorry, almost hoping you'll read between the lines, soften, and maybe even take the lead. But honestly, I don't see you doing that. Two of Swords, Seven of Swords, you're standing your ground. You're not entertaining the deception, the smoke and mirrors, the half-truths anymore. They know it too. That's why they're over here in their head like, if I go to the collective without the full truth, am I just going to get blocked? Are they just going to cut me off right there? Because that's the risk. Devil, Hermit, Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups. Yeah, this person cannot keep lying to themselves or to you about what this really is. They love you, collective. And that's the truth they've been avoiding. But it's also the only truth that's going to get them a second chance with you. For a lot of you, that's exactly what this Panther energy is about. Purging the false mask. Letting go of being fake. And finally stepping into something real. At the core of it, this person has been terrified of opening up and then being the one to get hurt. That fear has kept them stuck. But the Six of Swords is movement. It's slower, yes, but it's steady. Judgment here tells me they've been called to make this decision. And the Fool is that leap. They know if they don't step up now, they risk losing you for good. And here's the thing. You're the one person who actually makes them feel their emotions. You're the trigger, the mirror, the spark that they can't find anywhere else. They don't like how vulnerable it makes them feel, but at the same time, they love it. And that's exactly why they're coming. All right, my loves, I'd love to know if this reading resonated with you, so definitely share your thoughts down in the comments. And if you enjoyed the energy here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join our little family so you don't miss out on future readings. Sending you all so much love and light, and until next time, I'll talk to you very soon. Bye for now.